Ooh. NASCAR Blaney, another day where you are first in. Is this the French-Canadian player, Chemo? I feel like it might be. What's their lag? Not their lag, their ping. Hey, Victor. Hey, Proston. All right. No boost, that's fine, but they were kind of thinking about it for a second. I disagree. Should have challenged that better. Someone else got to go first? Nah, I don't think people had to go. How's your day, lad? Pretty good. Woke up kind of late, slept in for the first time in a fat minute. I don't know what it is, but my sleep schedule has been like absolutely atrocious. Like even not even sleep schedule, like a build like. Oh. I don't know why. Okay, that was I thought that was gonna go a lot higher because I thought he'd get a bit more power. So I went really high, and then halfway through I was like, wait. Okay, we need to warm up a bit. Good start today. Yep. Anyway, yeah, I've been sleeping terribly lately, so trying to get back into actually staying asleep and making that stuff count. I've also noticed part of it is because for some reason my AC is just like refusing to stay on during the night. So like I'll have these moments where I'll just wake up and it's like 76 degrees inside my apartment and it is sweaty. Wait, there's no way that actually, that's insane. I'm gonna give this a little bit more just because I start off kind of yike and now we can advance on. We scored first goal and it's been 4 unanswered, so not the best start to 2s. I should also be a bit more sparing with when I challenge. Also, I was gonna take that mid boost, but then I realized Chemo was gonna land with nothing, and I was like, maybe it's better to give that to him. Fell TB. Fell asleep at 6 a.m., wake up at 2. Nah. I thought it'd be rushing me a bit more. That was just like an awkward moment where I'm like, I don't really think I can touch that in the way that I want to. Love that. Love bumping him into the 100. All right, yeah. I don't really know sometimes like what we want to do on that. That's fair. Me and Keeman on the same page. Also, this is a terrible warm-up game for me, so can't really blame them for wanting to forfeit. I probably should forfeit this one, but I'm also doing this as warm-up, so I want to actually like try to continue on here. God damn it, dude! Take a soft touch for once in your life. Thank you, Chemo. I got up for that, and I was like, should I reset that off the ceiling? But then I'm like, I should probably take a lighter touch, and then I just didn't. So that's not how that works. I wanted that to bounce out a little bit more so I could like get a light side flip into it. You want it? I trust Chemo to peek. I thought you had that one. All right, that's the dagger. Yeah, we gotta warm up a bit more. We gotta That's a very clunky beginning to the day.
Monday morning, it starts to rain.
1770 is also like the direction where like this weird rank where like a lot of teammates you're gonna be playing with are still like in that in-between phase. I'm not insulting Chemo, by the way. I'm just like, it's hard to adjust. That last game, Chemo was playing fine. I was playing terribly. And now we're gonna play Yokes. Let's go. Oh, I get Yokes. All right, actually, let's go. Yokes is a good player. I don't know why he's down here in the slums of GC3 with me. Unless maybe his hours are down. All right, just gotta choose my moments of attack. Also trusting my wave dashes lately. Yeah, I'm like, you're definitely getting over a bump there. I gotta play the rebound, nice. I'm gonna play that down a little bit just so Yokes can chase that, nice. All right, I was playing a 50, that's why I went in so like diagonal, and then the guy just, I think he was waiting for that to bounce differently, and then when it bounced off a little bit, he's like, wait, what? Oh, Yokes also ghost touched that. That probably was not super fun. My successor messed up, and I got school in 2. You got school in 2 days? Preston, when does your school year start? It's July 22nd when you would, in 2 days. And the best kickoff. I went through, but I didn't turn into the ball. That was my bad. Interesting. Yokes, you're so fast. Just kidding. You're kind of late to that. Oh, it's fine, actually. All right, we're just going to play that over to Yokes, or not. All right, easy enough double. Oh, nice save. All right, I start in September. That's what I'm saying. Like, my school, especially for high school, always started in September. So I'm just like, why are people starting in July? Like, maybe August I could see, because that's where, like, college starts, you know? But I'm like... bad first touch. What kind of shampoo do you use? I use dandruff shampoo. Because I have seborrheic dermatitis, which is like a kind of heavily flaky skin condition. So if I don't use that, I get really flaky. What shampoo do y'all use? I don't really use a brand though, I gotta say. I use that. That's the type of shampoo I raise, but I can't really use. But I don't use shampoo when I jerk off. Ah, okay. See, I think that's your issue there. That's why your pubes aren't super clean. Nice. Ooh. Yokes, so you don't need to touch it. Nice. Love that. Halfway through that, I realized not really needed. Yokes, I'm not entirely sure how we allowed that. Okay, well. We get an extra week for fall and spring break, so school starts 2 weeks early. I don't like that. Also, you say 2 weeks early, implying that you start in early August. That's still the earliest for like high school I've ever seen in my life, unless you're still in middle school either way. Literally, I can't even fathom starting a high school or middle school in like early August yeah, early August. College for me was like last day of August, pretty much always, or last week of August for school start. Yokes, I need you to put a fucking hand up. Jesus Christ, dude. The only reason I allowed him to flip reset that, I was like, there's literally no way that's on target. And Yokes is 100 boost, so that's fine. And then he just watches it. And I'm like, buddy, that's the second goal now where you've just kind of been staring at a ball. Like, it's fine. I trust you. I know how good you are. Like, I know you can just chow that and win it. I'm guessing his hours are really down, or he's playing asleep. There's no way of knowing. Oh, miss boost. It's okay, Yokes. Nice, perfect touch, one more. Ooh. 777 is really good. He's really not. That's a, well, I mean, it's not that he's bad. It's just like he's not doing anything that should absolutely blow our minds. I'm just kind of blown away that we're like still getting absolutely violated by a dude who's like hitting balls off target and we're just not getting it. Got it. That's fine. No one touches that. Yokes has enough boost to score that. Just kidding. On fort. Back post. Good save. Yokes steal that boost. On fort. Yokes play my... Ah, dang. Oh well. He should have enough boost to get there. No! I was figuring about what if he faked. Oh, dude. If I turned 1 millisecond earlier, that's the game tie. Ugh. Well, if it is my favorite Rocket League streamer from the Midwest, I'm not from the Midwest. We get the X streak for either ACT boot camp. You guys have are you going to private school? What kind of ACT boot camp? What kind of, no way public education funds are funding that. Last time it snowed since his rain today is literally 2021. Gross. Could never. Yeah, part of me was wondering, like, with that last touch that guy had, I'm like, that's actually kind of a weird catch. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to fake that and drag it down. And that's exactly the play I made, and yet I didn't truly even believe my own prediction. Because I was like, if he clears it, it's over, like, straight up. But if he misses it, then maybe we can 50 it. Not a private school. You guys have publicly funded week of ACT prep? Bro, in my district, we had to, like, pay for that ourselves out of our own pockets. State was like, yeah, we're not paying for that. You live in Texas, it could possibly happen, or did Dallas get consistent snow? I don't really think we got snow at all, to be honest. I don't remember having snow at any point. Bougie-ass district, I guess. Preston was talking about one of his dad's 3 Lamborghinis, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to know anything else about it. Preston literally goes to school in Gucci clothes. Chat, exclamation point from? I'm sorry, what? I got consistent snow? Really? You take the ACT or SAT? I don't remember. I took the ACT and ACT once. I think my ACT was like a 33. And then SAT was... Back in the day, when I took it, it was a 3-parter. I think I got a 2200 flat, or 22, something around there. And then my 2-part was like 14... I have no idea, actually. No, I'm thinking about it. 14 or 15. It's been literally like almost a full decade since then, so. Actually, no, that's a lie. 12 years since I took the ACT, so forgive me if I don't remember my scores. From Iran? Hello, I'm from the United States. Hey, it's Scopes. Probably gonna pass that. I don't know why I did that. Ooh, that was a smart decision. Nope. What? Oh, Scopes bumped me. I was about to say, I'm like, how did I, what happened to my car? Viewer tournament? No. I don't think I've ever hosted a viewer tournament. Also, you can't just, like, as a streamer, you can't just announce that without, like, a heavy amount of build-up, or if your channel's built off that stuff, because otherwise no one's gonna join, because people aren't come here for viewer tournaments, you know? How the games view today? Hey, Barry. All right. I think we're 1-1. Just kidding, we're 0-2. Last game came down to literally the last touch of the ball, because I predicted a guy was going to miss a backboard read, and then I didn't realize he would miss it by that much. And so then I dove at a ball, or pre-flipped a shot, and it just went a little bit beyond. Hey, do a Fortnite. Do you have an up from Michigan? Yeah, but he's in not in the peninsula. I think you're just in the mitten, the palm of the mitten. Bad kickoff. It's okay. Mock saves that. Nice. Oof. Not really sure why I struggled so hard with that touch. From randoms? I don't think I've ever seen a pass in this game mode. It's kind of wild. The thumb of the mitten. Wait, what? There's a thumb? As in, I guess, Eastern Michigan, if I'm remembering the shape of that state correctly. Hey, Cap. Casually missed the corner read. Oh, hate that. Okay. That Scopes would play that a little bit more hesitantly. What hobbies do you have outside of gaming? Recently I've been getting more into fitness again, which has been nice. I want to get back into a men's league for soccer. I've been watching so much soccer lately. I used to play all the way up throughout college. To be honest, if not for my girlfriend, probably would have gone to a school for D1 or D2. So. No, God. Oh, he'll never hit that again in his entire life. Unfortunately. Do you know what I like about streamers? Because they stream a game you enjoy. Wait, what? That hit me off my tires. That's crazy. It's fine. Ooh, Mock, I hated everything now. What you just did about that. Trying to win that up. Didn't always work. You actually doubled it. That's crazy. After you double commit. Ah! I can't play twos anymore. That's like insta loss every single game right now. The way things are going. Can't win these games. Hi Nadia. Hey Nathaniel. My bagad. Yeah, today's just one of those games, can't win. Best be I. Oh. Most crime in Central North Carolina is killing and PDFs. Oh, I thought you meant most crime is PDF file format related crimes, and I'm like. And I'm like, wait, is there Adobe Acrobat fraud? It's your favorite preset? The one that I win the most in. I don't really have a favorite preset. Honestly, the one I used to use a lot that I still think is clean, just because it takes you back to the fundamentals, is do a stocktain. So like orange and the orange and the light blue, but specifically make the paint matte. I think it just looks really like. Mwah. Bootlegging is also a problem. What is this? The 1800s? Watch out for those speakeasies carrying that illegal liquor. I have no idea how I lost that 50 like that. Thought I'd at least get a little bit more of a touch. Yellow, what a touch. These guys are the most twos players I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Like, no fear, no thought, just chase. Oh, that could have been a double, but honestly, I was kind of looking at the defender more, so I was like, are you gonna insta-child? Turns out there are such a thing as not immediately going for the ball. I don't think Fiasco's actually let his teammate touch the ball yet. Oh. I was playing the 50 for a second. Could have been better, but still a good pass. Jesus, dude. I don't know what rank this is, but these guys are insane. Not in terms of skill. Like I think they deserve a life in an asylum. I don't know. These people are technically hard to beat. You just got to play fast and most intelligently play the beat. You just have to hit it past the first guy, and then it opens up gaps. But still, just a little weird to deal with from time to time. All right. Yeah, unfortunate. Thought Chef had the 50. Should have rotated straight back. Are you on KBM or controller? I play on controller. Get a life in prison if you use PNG files incorrectly? What do you mean incorrectly? Sick flick, all right. Also, I have no idea what rank Chef is in twos, so this is potentially a very, like, high-level game that I'm not really prepped for. God dang it. Love missing my boost. Huge fan. Nah, I thought he'd catch it. I thought he'd catch it. I don't know why. He was just going really slow on the build-up, but I think, honestly, it was just a depth issue. Nope. Yeah, he literally sped up at the last second. I didn't expect him to shout like that. Your rank is like GC3. Good continuation by them. Close one. Man, what is my recovery today? Jesus. I'm throwing so hard, dude. Yeah, we're not playing twos until I warm up a bit more. I'm playing like an actual robot. Are you playing viewers now? Ish. These guys are good, but I should not be getting worked by these guys. On top of the fact that that was a very clear counterattack we just had, and I literally tried to pass it back to Chef, and I hit it behind him for literally no reason. God. Sick. I figured that'd be hard to see, considering the ball was probably like the only thing this guy could see. Great pass. A little wide. Didn't think Chef would be there, my bad. Ooh. Somebody freak out a little bit. All right. I was basically just reading his first touch, because I'm like, if he messes that up, it's pretty much fine. That's kind of, we just kind of got shit on right there. I don't think Chef expected him to land that, so good job by him. Don't think we've won a game today, so great start to the stream, by the way. Luckiest thing he'll ever do in his life. Nah, I mean, that was a good touch. It was just kind of, it was one of those plays where it's like, you don't expect him to go for that extra touch, so even though he doesn't get like an amazing touch on his pre-flip, it still gets like 1 pixel above your hood, so you just don't expect even to jump for that. Hi, it's Reeve on another account. I don't remember who that is, but okay. Hello, Reeve. Welcome back. Went to freshman orientation for high school? You guys had freshman orientation for high school? What is possibly to be oriented? It's like the exact same thing. Preston, I just think you go to a weird school district. You gotta be in like a great district or something. You guys got an orientation for high school freshmen? Yo, there's a whole week dedicated to ACT prep. That's part of your education? Like, I don't know, man. I went to a pretty rich district and I didn't have anything like that. Kind of between two different options there. High school orientation is? I've never heard of a high school orientation. Maybe I had one and I just don't remember it, but I don't think so. Okay. I knew he'd probably get there first, speaking of. I don't know why that rolled. That was literally a perfectly flat ball onto the wall. I don't really know how that was a roll. Man, I am playing like I actually have a mental disability. Holy crap, dude. I cannot pay attention to any touch. I'm looking at things that don't matter. Oh my God, dude. Why am I so stupid today? My God. I just effed up like the easiest touch of all time. Why I was trying to catch underneath and not take it on the wall, it's another question. But, you know, I have perfect hindsight. Oh. That's what I get for going for a cutesy touch. It's goal number 2? No? Okay. The arrow was kind of silly. I don't even know what you're trying to refer to with that. I like the idea there. Not all 3. All right, thank God. If he just left it for his 3rd, that's a goal. Why are you shooting that? A lot going on there. Oh. I was trying to be a little weird with that flip, so I didn't have to get demoed. Thought that was off ceiling, and then it wasn't. Bad read. Okay. Oh my God. Could have been a pass, but I think Chef noticed that too late. I'm just gonna light tap this. Ooh. That's a diamond level mistake from Frigid. Not really sure why you'd hit it as hard as possible off the side wall into the middle. I understand. That's like a counterattack only when the other team is like full on sending to one of the sides of the field and you know that they have no one covering the middle. Then it's like something you can actually take advantage of. Okay, touched him. Had enough power on that. Probably could have just sold that. Good touch by Rin. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm like, there's no way this dude fricked him his touch and the other guy pre-jumped it and then landed on the frickin' like that. I was like, please result in a goal. Luckily, Frigid was on the other side. Good job. It's been a long time, so you won't remember me. I mean, welcome back. Is Frigid a random? He indeed is. I'm playing just with Chef right now. I don't think he has that. Ooh. I was looking at the goalie more than the ball, so it didn't line that up properly, but was trying to go for a delayed flick. I think that should bounce out. Yep. All right, no problem. Okay, thought that went right in for a sec. Nice beat by Frigid. Wow, great. I'm not gonna lie, great touch by Rin there. He knew I was on the sideline, so instead of like trying to drill it up the wall or something, he just took a light touch. Man, all right, that works. I was like, I don't know the exact bounce it's gonna take, but I know close enough where it might go. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, too heavy a touch, dude. I'm just gonna get super high on that, hoping for the best. That works. Good aerial by Frigid. Okay. I think my high school had a day of orientation. Just asked my wife is a little younger and went to a huge school. That one to maybe a generational thing, I guess. I mean, I graduated high school in 2013. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a new educational initiative, like give kids I guess it makes sense to have like an orientation to make sure kids are comfortable going to high school. Because it's not like middle school doesn't matter, but like your grades for high school are really what's going to determine like your GPA that colleges care about and whatnot. So maybe it's like they want to make sure you guys hit the ground running. I know at like my school we had similar stuff with like in college, for example, like we had obviously the freshman orientation, make sure everyone's, God, I fucking love losing. I love it when Frigid challenges a ball he has no chance of getting and then goes right into no man's land. The reason I was not in the middle for it is because I was like, well, clearly he won't be there for that, because why would you challenge that? And then he found out. Unfortunate. I'm not not used to the pace in GC though. Seems like he's cutting in on you guys a lot. He's just trying to play a Graham cached. Even the game's trying to tell me, nah, you don't need to play, dude. Just get off the game. No, he's just, I mean, this is just like the classic solo play thing of just players playing without really processing what they're seeing. They're kind of just driving around as fast as possible. And that's the inevitable end result of that type of play. Is like, yeah, it's good to play fast, but like, you need to actually have like a purpose behind what you're doing. I feel like a lot of the times, what I call like that no man's land rotation, that just means like, if you're rotating up for a ball and you're not close enough to get a 50 on it or take away some vital option, all you're doing is just moving to a position in which you are completely useless to the rotation. Like the logic on a play like that, a ball coming out of the corner, especially the guy coming off the wall, is like, okay, he's gonna either like catch that for a soft touch, hit it off your backboard, or just try to drill a shot, which is pretty unlikely. All three of those options regard just if you sit on the near post and stare at him, you're gonna cover all of that anyway. So it's like, just stay there. Like, yeah, maybe if he takes a soft touch, you can surprise him. And I understand like the gambling aspect of like challenging that, but it always bothers me when people like see a guy going for the ball and he's like, I'm not gonna get there, but what if I just dove at it? And then the ball bounces very easily right over him and into the open middle. And it's like, okay, well, the reason I didn't go is because I knew you were on near and I knew nothing was gonna get past you if you just stay still. So I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you gotta assume your teammate is going to make a lot of different strange decisions, which forces you to play a little slower in GC3, which is why when you're playing against a full party of people who are fully confident in each other's decisions, it's very difficult. It is the main reason why solo and duo queuing are just straight up inferior lately. Wow, muscle memory. No, you shouldn't rely on muscle memory. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not muscle memory, it's pattern recognition. In this scenario, most of the time, what are these players capable of? That's why really mechanical players are valuable, obviously. It's because they're the ones that violate the pattern recognition. Oh, in this scenario, typically they can only do that. Wait, what? Oh, how do you do that? Like, that's the type of thing that like mechanical players can do. But at the end of the day, if you're just smart and position well, you can win a lot of games. And so when players just kind of ignore that part and just dive in on every single thing, it's like, what are we even doing here? Jack Boys 2? I don't know what that is. I mean, yeah, mechs are important, but it's like there's plenty of players that I would identify within threes as like, wow, you're like really mechy, but they're like, man, Taco, I'm hard stuck because of players like you. I'm like, no, you're hard stuck because I'm witnessing you as a guy who analyzes this game for a living. Like, like we're losing because every single time you go for a play, you use 100 boost, then you rotate all the way back every single time for 100 boost. Puts yourself in a 1v1 because you isolate yourself from the rotation, and then you're gonna blame your teammates for not being able to keep pressure. Well, if you just grab some pads and then remained, you know, involved in the play, then maybe you wouldn't feel isolated. Hello, Catherine Rivera. There are no 2s or 3s matches. Watching Spook Luke guides? Well, that explains a lot. If you're gonna get coaching guys, don't go to Spook Luke. Just get a regular coach. I can tell you right now, watching Spook Luke, there's a reason he's not super high ranked. That's all I'm saying, dude. His advice, for the most part, is fine. Like, I don't think it's destructive to your growth, but there's a lot of videos he puts out that are meant to be to the point and short. The problem is the hardest thing to coach is nuance. There's not a hard and fast rule. You should always do this. You should never do this. You should always do this. You should never blah, blah. And there's so many freaking shorts back in the day that I would get recommended. I even like made fun of one of his short that he made a while back. But like, it was literally just like, if you guys are below champ, you should never practice redirects ever. And I'm like, what? He's like, because first of all, it supposes that your teammate passes you upfield, not accurate. Or it also means that you have to stay upfield and wait for a pass, also not accurate. So it's just like, there's literally no reason to practice it at all, ever. And I'm like, really? Like, I can think of like 13 different ways that you could use a redirect that isn't related to specifically scoring a goal or something. Like, what are we doing here? And so stuff like that always just bothers me. And he has a lot of videos like that where he has to make a point short and snappy and memorable. But the thing is, it disregards all nuance and therefore winds up being advice that I hear it. And I'm like, I don't like that at all. And if you listen to literally any high-level player watch a Spook Luke video, their reaction, if you made a reaction video, a lot of them are going to be like, I don't know about that. I think for lower level players, some of the basics are like, yeah, he makes great content. I'm not going to, call him a bad creator, but he's oversimplifying things a lot, and I hate it. And I'm just like, if you want actual well-done coaching, hire a coach to go through your playstyle and teach you what you're doing wrong. Would recommend to push for D3 duos into comfy champ or get everyone's different. I mean, if you're in diamond, you need to be able to practice keeping the ball close off the wall. I feel like the biggest thing like a lot of people struggle with in diamond is throwing the ball away. So if you just practice doing like something like this, especially out of defense, this is such a useful way to like carry pressure forward. Also in twos, you gotta stop rotating wide. You rotate up, you rotate back. Like you don't need the corner boost, you don't need the side boost as much, just grab a lot of pads and you'll be fine. Oh, that was kind of my gamble. I wanted to see if I could cheat up on that, but. What's your rank? GC3. Someone say gamble? Literally no one said gamble. Blah, 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 blah. This is GC3 right now for rank. We are pretty low. We have also not won a game today in like 7 attempts, so might just end stream soon, considering there's just no point anymore, I guess. That was very smart by Gaines to miss that. Highest rank you got to? SSL. Probably not addicted to gacha games? Give me a mech to hit? How about a fast aerial? That's how you should start. I was trying to stay in front of that one. From GC1, something better? I bet you're still not getting your fast aerial, dude. I'm gonna be dead ass. I used to coach a bunch of GC1, GC2s, and I'd be blown away how many guys didn't actually fast aerial correctly. Bump. What in the frickin' Christ, dude? Gaines was falling to this guy with no boost. And he just landed on that ball. That's crazy, dude. Playing full parties, dude. Not for the weak. Chef, easy double. Nice. Okay. I'm one of those mechy GCs. Then you should probably focus on rotation and decision making if you're mechy, because that's why you're still GC1. Ah, bad bounce. Thought I got there slightly earlier. Oh my god, dude. That's a rough bounce. Nice deflection. That's insane. That's a really high touch. Look excited for the Summer League Championship. There's a Summer League for NCAA basketball. Oh, in the NBA. I was like, wait, what? Players aren't even in school. Like, what do you mean college Summer League? I just saw Duke and Summer Championship, and I was like, I don't know if you know what you're talking about. Only esports have summer events for college. Summer League is in Vegas. Lit. Bronny apparently has been playing pretty well. Granted, I think he's playing against like second and third stringers, but either way. Hello, loyal pair. No! I knew he was gonna block me, so I tried to shoot it back post. I got 2 around it on that one. Oh, the game's going well. I literally have not won yet, and it's almost an hour in, so. I don't know how I got up for that cleanly. Not the best touch. Just figured I wanted to rush that. Debo, that would have been pretty hot if you passed that middle instead. There's also a basketball tournament between old school alumni. It's fun. How old? 40s, 50s? My God. Turning point is coming, about to be a hot streak. I just want Bronny to be doing well. Seeing him even play consistently against NBA second stringers, third stringers is inspiring. Because honestly, I don't even need Bronny to be the greatest player of all time. I just want him to have a solid career. Because then it sets up at least hope that the James family can actually still succeed. Because unfortunately, LeBron might be like a genetic marvel, but his kids are only half his DNA. So there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to be as ridiculous as he is. But the fact that he's starting to like get a little swivel and shake, hitting down threes, putting up like 20-point games in Summer League, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Things we love to see. Rated Bronny 64 and 2K. Well, I mean, it's an accurate rating, I would say. Ah. Tried to bounce that down so I could follow it with a 50, but didn't have the momentum for that. Shouldn't have tried that. That's hilarious. I was gonna miss that demo, and then he got me just enough of a pixel that somehow knocked me off the wall, even though I didn't jump. Not really sure what happened there. What? I feel like the Cavs had a really underwhelming season in the NBA. Felt like they were like the best team in the NBA for the period of like 2 months, and then all of a sudden they just like fizzled out. Well, not best team. They're still always OKC, but. All right, cool. Injuries? Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize that. Lakers better? I mean, they definitively like were not. I think Lakers have growing pains. We're moving to the post-LeBron era, where LeBron's gonna probably play. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna play this season, then retire, and then Luka's gonna be the new front man, and they'll build around that. Oh. Nice little pinch. Don't say that. I mean, buddy, he's 40 years old. Like, I mean, fundamentally, he just can't keep going. Like, maybe you can really limit his hours, but at the end of the day, it's like, is it really worth paying a guy that much if you're going to be playing him only like 30 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game? Cavs in 24-25 were better than the Lakers. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, Lakers had a good run, but they didn't have a center, so they just got out-muscled by literally every single team. It's the biggest issue. Trade away Anthony Davis for Luka, which long-term is a great trade for them. But, unfortunately, that means you have 0 size inside. So you're playing these dudes who are, like, basically just, like, big guards instead, and then every single time you're playing a team with any size, they just muscle you out, score 40 points a game in the paint, and you're like, all right, well, that's not really a viable strategy. I don't care how good your perimeter shooting is. Like, you're not gonna beat a team that's guaranteed getting 2 points inside on you every single time. No 40-year-old is in their prime. I mean, yeah. Luka's selling, though. How is he selling, dude? He's just adjusting into a new system. He had great games down the stretch. In the beginning, no. Want to hear a joke? Every time people say that, it always gets me nervous. How about you just say the joke? I'm excited for the Luka new look in the once the season starts. Dallas got rid of him because of his conditioning. He thought he was out of shape. I want Luka to come into the season just ripped as hell. Try to cut on that. The only time I would say a player sells is like if you're shooting like 2 for 19 from the field or something. Then it's like, okay, you gotta start getting that percentage up. My favorite is like those occasional games where it's like someone's like shooting horribly and then you look at their 3 points and it's like a majority of their shots and they're missing like all of them. It's like at a certain point, dude, just choose pass the ball. You know, soak up that assist stat. I promise you it'll enhance your game. Also, shout out to our teammate rotating directly into the opponent's goal just so they don't accidentally exit out the rotation and block the shot. a little known strategy that people really need to get better at. I had a short the other day that got mad views. That was literally just that. Wanted to pinch that up and over. Unfortunately, Chicken Yo-Yo has no boost. I swear to fucking God, dude.
Turn around, I can't see your face. Tell me, where did you go? Was it something I did, something I said that made it all fall down? Baby, I need to know, 'cause I'm losing my faith. And the more that I give, the less
Next game, bro, you got to own goal surely.
Thank you for the donation, Dougals. Hello, Sinister. I don't remember you, so yes, I guess it has been a long time. Need to go back to the foundational presets. Why does RL match up with people? Because there's just no MMR like available for your thing, so it just keeps expanding the bracket. Hello, Nuclei. How's stream? Probably the worst it's been in months. So I guess we'll see how the rest of this goes. And by rest of the stream, I mean potentially only about 10 more minutes at this rate. Pinning on femboys? Not for me, but if they're for you, then, you know, go on. It's always been an hour, though, and yet I have not won a single game. And I've had multiple one-goal losses, and that last one was literally a 0-second. Because I guess our third thought his role in the midfield was to waste all his boost and then have 0 boost on a counterattack, instead of just, I don't know, grabbing literally any amount of pads to be able to save that. Because of course he would have. Meanwhile, he was an SSL, so I guess I don't know anything about this game, despite the fact that I analyze it for a living and can point out the brutal fucking flaw every fucking time. Just like Debo says I suck in that one game in which I apparently had 2, quote, open nets, even though both those shots were contested and had a goalie next to them. And on top of that, Debo is the one who got dunked for their game-winning goal because he didn't think to 50 a ball by jumping in a Dominus, considering it's a lower hitbox, which is definitely not something you ever need to get higher on to contest a 50. But what do I know? Clearly, he's so much better. The state of Grand Champ 3's chat. Just an off day, Chad. We're definitely not playing well today, but like this is unfathomably bad. It'd be one thing if we were just getting curb stomped every game, but like it is like brutal freaking losses today. Will we keep going if you win the next one? Yes. Thoughts on the Fennec? Better visual hitbox than the Octane. Doesn't have the same Riz factor of the Octane. The Octane's just prettier. It's just sportier. I like how it's like a buggy, like a dune buggy type look. Which is funny because that's what I like about it, and yet the Octane ZSR is decidedly less cool because it's chonkier, even though it's even more dune buggy.
Open wounds and closing doors. Been here before. Now again. Can't hide. I miss the scars. To notice always.
No 50, okay. The Merc is the type of van you get into with spray painted free candy on the side of it. Absolutely no way that's the sexy car. Hey, Chef Steak. Oh, wow. As I adjusted to that, I was like, the ball's a little light. It is not light. All right, bad read. Another example of me playing horribly today, so I deserve all these losses. I didn't even go for flick. Didn't have to flick that. Okay. I thought Chef was like going back to goal for a second because I didn't see him have a lot of boost there, so I'm like, it's okay, I can get that. I also got to remember I'm actually playing with Chef, who's actually like fast and competent. Huge issue of solo queuing in GC3 and GC2 for so long is that you forget that players can actually read the play quickly. You'll play way too many lobbies where players will just kind of stare at a ball instead of like actually challenging it, and then it results in like a lot of situations where you kind of just get beasted on because you're like, go. Go, 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 oh my god. And then you go, and then they go right at the same time. They're like, dude, why are you doubling? I'm like, I don't know, man. Shouldn't take you a business day to commit to an aerial in the second highest rank of the game. Let's go run for it. Do you play with pro? All the time. Once you get to, low SSL, you'll start running into them a lot. Okay, me doing just do twos so you don't have randoms, because I really cannot fathom playing twos right now. Best pro you played? Daniel. It's gotta be rage bait. Yeah, agree, Chef. That's another definition of kind of like no man's land. Next up is rotating up. He's got his boost and he turns upfield instead of back across. Sure. Which one do you think is the best camera settings, or the better high camera settings or low? You don't want camera settings too high because it screws up with your ability to take certain reads. I think if you're comfortable with really high camera settings, I don't know if you mean like angle or like actual height, like the camera's looking forward, but it's like height in the sense of like, oh, the camera's like 6 feet off the ground, etc. I think angle and height combined can result in like some interesting things with like, I know my one friend plays with like his camera on the frickin' International Space Station type of angle. And so when he dribbles the ball, he can see when someone's about to chow him like really well and very cleanly. But I don't really think it really benefits too many things. Oh, nice. That's what happens when you go for a demo and don't turn it on your ball cam. We have free ego boost. Catter, in this day and age, if I go into an irritating streak of games like this and then go into 1v1 and then play one of those dudes who's just like me, who doesn't play ones, and then he beats me when I'm like still basically placementing in ones, I'm gonna lose my mind. Jades has never hit that shot in his entire fucking life, and of course on my losing streak he hits that so cleanly. On for it. Ones is not a game to play when you're pissed off. It is arguably the worst game mode to play.
Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dough. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dough. Trying to find that gold. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dough. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dough. Trying to find that gold. Living for diamonds and finding the match. Broken, I'm broken, but still got some cash. Making it dash when I'm running up fast. Can't calm down, don't know how to relax. Ready to be, so ripping the beat. Killer, 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 OG. Gunning up peace, gunning up peace. Hey, what you want from me? You and your friends got a party at my place. Just bring all your girls, shawty. I get hardy way, yeah, I try. No lie, let's get real, like right now. Yeah, I try, no lie. that gold. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Trying to find that gold. Sipping on the bottle, got the next round. I'm gonna get it in the next ride. Feeling like you're living with the best right here. Yeah, keep killing shit. Getting cold feet, David on my stepping on my own way, ready to fuck. Call me when you wanna, baby, go on my phone. Say less, ready, let go. Your friends, got a party in my place. Just bring all your girls, shawty. I get all you with, yeah, I try. No lie, it's get real, like right now, yeah, I try. No lie, goddamn, I'm fucked. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold.
Is everything okay? I have literally not won a game today, and it's been over an hour. It's actually been, this is by far the worst game of Rocket League I think or season I've ever had.
Tryna find that
Made such great progress in 3s and 2s, and we're just throwing it away. And after all that, we're playing creams and a full party, literal pro player. Meanwhile, our teammate, who's literally also an SSL, has not touched the ball in a forward direction yet. Random cute. We're playing with Chef. Chicken is chicken is random. That's crazy how I knew exactly where I was going to touch it, and I still missed it. I really thought I took away enough of that to get a deflection. Okay, I got that Chef. Oh, I've got to reset on that. Would have been kind of crazy. Peak rank 2077 in 3s. That was a weird one. I was like, that's gonna bounce like either closer to the wall or closer to the middle, and I'm like, I don't really tell. I'm gonna take a gamble, bounces out, and it did not. For it. All right, nice touch by Creams. Luckily, that is, I was about to say, like, very savable. Yeah, I was hoping Creams would be challenging that a little weak. Not gonna lie, could not see that guy behind me. Oh, that's not good. That's fine. Okay, good job by checking that time. I don't have that. Fun summer series this summer. Oh, dude, I'm loving it, BK. Huge fan. Luckily, summer series is the bastion that keeps us all alive. Because otherwise, this would be the worst esports year of all time, and yet, or for Rocket League, and yet it's not because we have summer series, so it's fine. Something that's been running issue-free for like 7 years. So lowest rank you've dropped to in the last year? I don't know. I think at one point I dropped to like 1590, and that was a dark moment in my life. Because I've exclusively told you guys if I ever dropped out of GC in my entire life, I would never play this game again, legitimately. I would literally just switch to doing show matches and casting or something. You still playing a UR? Nope. Okay. Only copium I have is Worlds. I mean, that'll be on Unreal Engine 5. That'll bring back some players. Will boost stream viewership, make content creation a little bit more interesting, dynamic. Because ultimately every esport, whether people want to accept it or not, is on the backs of players' interest in the casual game to a certain extent. And because of that, viewership should come back up for our LCS. It's the easiest game to get people into, but as long if you can't get people clicking on the game to boot it up, doesn't matter. All right, I knew Mystic had a pretty weak aerial, so I was underneath that just in case. Of course the pro cuts in because he's gonna be faster than me. I didn't think he'd go. That's not good. Okay. Oh my God, finally, Jesus effing Christ, dude. Ah! Finally. I just wanted to win a game today, holy shit. Does the GC rank matter that much? I feel like you'd easily climb ranking it. Well, no, but that's, I'm saying like if I ever dropped out of GC, I'm never playing this game again. Honestly, if I ever got truly into GC1 even, I would never play this game again. Got myself, that was nasty. That was whatever, but I'll take it. For like 3 months, then dies down again. Nah, you guys don't understand. Like Unreal Engine 5, the reason why Rocket League dies down quick is because there's nothing for the casual fan to do except grind this game out. And I feel like if you add the ability to download workshop maps, like I don't think you guys, if you guys don't play Fortnite, I don't think you guys understand how insane the creative maps are that they can do, and how many different varieties of party modes and different like weirdness goes on. I don't know how we win that, but absolutely nothing else. Yeah, that's the funny part is we'll win against a pro player in his 1900 duos, but we'll lose against like complete randos, whatever. Maps make money. Well, it's not even that. It's just the fact that like the biggest issue with this game is that there's no sandbox mode. There's nothing that is truly casual. Even casual game matchmaking is still based off of MMR. Like there was a time where like I used to play casual a decent amount to warm up, and I would get into casuals and they were kind of sweaty, and I'm like, I kind of wish I could just goof off in these games or whatever. And so I think the Rocket League is a game for sweatiers, and ultimately that's just not sustainable. So I think they need a casual game, because honestly there's moments in this game where I kind of wish I could play Rocket League but not actually have to like focus up too hard, and I feel like there's not really a game mode that super benefits that. They can just load up like some random stuff. I think that's nice. On top of the fact that Rocket League can actually start adding interesting things without wondering if the engine's gonna self-explode. So when everyone's like, yeah, it's gonna boot up and then it's just gonna die again, I'm like, well, I mean, I think the biggest thing is that we actually have the chance to make content ourselves. We don't have to be completely contingent on or not contingent, but reliant on Epic to give us stuff to make content on. We could just make it ourselves. I think that's the biggest thing for me that I can see as potential. It's not guaranteed, but I see that's the biggest potential for keeping people coming back to the game. And then past that, obviously, you have to, you know, keep esport going, but esport relies on having fans getting back into it. Hey, it's Tidy. I'm inviting Tidy to the queue if this goes even remotely good. Oh, he got none of that ball, but he got all my bumper, and he turned me around exactly 180 on the wall. That was so weird. Eyes doctor. Oh, nice. Do you guys remember when the goal, when the camera on replays would score and then it would immediately switch back to the player who scored it? I think that was funny. I think we should bring it back. How you doing, Pookie? Horribly. This is like the worst stream I've had in months, but hopefully it picks up a bit. Oh, that bounce was a little later than I thought it would be. No glasses today? Yeah, we don't have glasses today. Gotta earn the glasses, I guess. That works. I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit. Blah, 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 blah. Went to the top corner of the light shot. Nice bump. You aura farming with those? I've heard. They're good glasses. I think they're actually across the room, so I have to run and get them. Yeah, we can't be bringing up the glasses yet. We're bringing out the glasses at 25 on the super chat. Can't really do it before that. Just not how it works. Back in the day, the signature thing on my car, I used the pixelated sunglasses because that was kind of my logo back in the day. It was a taco with those pixelated deal with it sunglasses. So in another lifetime, my whole thing on stream would have been, you know, in another dimension, just me rocking glasses every stream. That would have been my signature. I would have been that glasses guy. I'm not a huge fan of gimmicks, but I feel like costuming stuff like that is always kind of goofy. Oh. I mean, it wasn't the best angle, but probably still should have been in. Yeah, but I can score that, sure. All right. Hey, Hunter, call the wild. 2 in a row. Let's go. We stream because of losing, because of chat. Oh, chat's been fine. Chat's been great. I lost. Damn it! I meant to invite Tidy. All right, well. I don't even remember what his freaking thing is. Is he appearing on blind or something? Oh, never mind. What's the rank right now? Very low. We're not even GC 3 anymore. So we win our next game, I think we're back. Yeah. We literally, Zachary, I literally think I got on, lost like 4 straight 2s games, went to 3s, lost like literally like I think like 6 or 7 in a row. And now we just got 2 straight. So hopefully that means we've rock bottomed and we can just go right there. But we uploaded a short today, and it did pretty well, so that's good. We have another short for tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It's because I got here. I'd have to think so. I went for a couple 1,000-step walk before stream. Maybe that tired me out. Got me some heat exhaustion. Surely no way of knowing. Walks out with stress though? Yeah, but it loses your, when it's, you know, 90 plus degrees outside, it's also gonna make you sweat and kind of give you some heat exhaustion. I was outside for a fair bit, so. I'm not queuing? Oh. Oh, I was waiting for Tidy and I didn't hear him join. W awareness, the doctor. Are you live? Well, I mean, if you guys are in Europe, it's not 90 Celsius. Scott paid the big bucks. A percentage of the doctor's payment from his actual corporate job is for modding my stream, because their CEO owes me a favor. What's the humidity like? Pretty low typically in Dallas. I'm gonna say like somewhere 30% to 50%. Sometimes it's like really. When we get rain, I feel like it's like torrential because it just doesn't rain for like several weeks at a time, and then it all comes in one moment. The mod unit is not hierarchical, so I'll make the same amount. Got to have those incentives for different tiers, you know. It's an inverted pyramid. Yes. Oh. Okay, we'll grab that. Tidy 50s? No? What? I didn't expect him to chow that like that. Only going because I just don't want Preston to touch the ball. He's going to single-handedly carry this game if we let him. It's a rank X player right there. Speaking of, let's just ego chow him and expect me to be faster, like an idiot. Unfortunate. Oh, that's hilarious. Chef and I had the exact same rotation. Thought I could predict the angle. Maybe I didn't have to go for that one, to be honest. Oh. Didn't see Chef go for that. My bad. Trying to hit that inside the chef. Bang, open net, nice. What specifically makes a challenge an ego challenge? If you just go for it without any consideration for like getting a read off or predicting a ball. If you just jump and just frickin' go at it as fast as possible, that's what I call an ego challenge. In a way, a pre-jump is kind of a ego challenge, only if you pre-jump directly at the ball. Like you're not even, it's one thing to pre-jump and just kind of float in the air and kind of take away options. Like, but if you just drive basically in a straight line through the air, right at them, like no hesitation, like I am full on trying to hard predict where you're gonna go, that's called an ego challenge to me. How do you stream Rocket League without copyright? You buy a copyright license to something like Monster Cat, and then you play Monster Cat. Hello, Chillbox. License expensive? I think it's like $8 a month. Maybe not even. Wow, that's actually so stupid of me. I was like, oh, I give a good height. What if I went down? And then he flicked it just above me, as he should. Not really sure I jump and bump you and I don't get a demo on that. Rank is GC3 right now. Oh, that's a massive dunk. Not really sure why he thought he could go inside on that, but either way, I don't think he saw me. You're about to get annihilated, Teddy. Oh, wow, I don't know how they'd miss that. Very doubleable. I'm not really sure why I didn't go for that. A little bit slower, but either way, it's not like Preston's gonna fully carry that. Oh, no shot. Interesting. Bro just kind of watched it. All right, that's a low one. Preston's not gonna get the cleanest of touches on that. That's a really good 50 by him. Nice. Got a new sends. I'm playing at like 2.1, I think, right now. I'm not 2.0. Thank you for the knowledge. Yep. Yeah, otherwise your stream might get taken down because they are very protective about what music you're playing. Yeah, briefly gonna see look like Choco Taco. I feel like I googled Choco Taco once and I convinced you guys just like, you guys just look at a white dude with brown hair and you're like, whoa, you just look just like that other guy with white hair and brown hair. It's like, really? The roller dead zone to 0.09? You just said you gotta drop the sends and then you proceed to list something that isn't a sensitivity? What? How do you feel comfortable looking away from chat? Because I have a app that shows me both things, and it's just off screen. So I can just glance quickly away. Also, based on like my game sense of Rocket League, I know when it's safe to look at chat, when it's not. Is the taco ticklish? Harold, you might be a pedophile. Very predator coded chat. I don't know why I didn't double jump into that. It's fine. Okay. What did you do before streaming? I was in graduate school. Alright, got past the first guy. Alright, he cut that and slowed it down. Noise. Now throw on a hat and it's a done deal. We had a hat the other stream. You can literally just check that one to see the resemblance. I didn't get it with my booty there. Sad. Sure. You're the one luring people with promise tacos, buddy. My name is Danger Taco. You guys don't go into Queso's stream and be like, hey, give me cheese. You don't go to Speed's stream and be like, hey, is every single stream of you speedrunning or sprinting? I don't think the world is as literal as you guys are making it out to be. When you're in school, did they have a team? No. I am old, so literally no way that esports was even remotely a thing. We didn't even have esports like when I was in graduating college. Maybe, I think CRL was just beginning in like 2016, maybe 2017, but like it was very early days. Hey, Indiana. Kind of a banger goal. But I think it's very cool that they're finally getting into all that. Ultimately, the thing that bothers me about a lot of people's approach to esports is like a lot of administrators are just the stereotype of video gaming as a problem because people think of it as like just a waste of time. You're sitting in the basement asocially playing a game and screaming and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, while that's still an aspect of gaming, I think people forget that like you can strike up a conversation with a lot of people if you just know. Like the amount of time I've been at a LAN or something and someone's had like a sticker or like a shirt that references a game or something, I'm like, oh my God, is that from blah, blah, blah? And they're like, yeah. And then you just strike it up, just like you're talking about sports. You see someone with like a, I don't know, like a Mets cap and you're a Mets fan, you can immediately start talking to them and know that they know what you're talking about and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a good connection. It's a social thing. On top of the fact that like, I think it's like high 80% of like kids in a certain generation like identify as like having played video games, and like a decent amount of them identify as like a gamer as like part of their personality or part of their like sense of self. So the fact that we're like still trying to act like, no, video gaming is a niche hobby. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a massive industry. Like we keep trying to act like, no, it's not. Like it's just so particular. Like no one does that shit. And it's like, no, it's pretty freaking popular. To the point where we're trying to get super famous celebrities to go to the video game awards, even though the amount of money generated by video games per year is incredibly large compared to what Hollywood makes in a year. Or generates in a year, rather. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's go, Mets. Hit a home run. Let's go, Mets, baby. You use any map, including a new announcer, but what would it be and what voices? I don't really care for voices. My voice. I want Rocket League to get weirder in the future. They said the huge thing that they struggle with is designing like foliage and whatnot and certain lighting atmospheres within Unreal Engine 3. I want them to be able to fix that a bit. I want a jungle map, like literally like Mayan temple stone floors type stuff. with like, you know, vines and shit growing all over the place. Little palm trees or, you know, rainforest trees. Just all over the place. I think that would go hard. I think volcano side with like actually decent lighting. I think a beach map with like kind of that ashen kind of like silt, like the volcanic soil as the field map would be pretty cool. On like the lava going by. Also, I think a dynamic map would be cool where like as the game goes on, or maybe as goals go in or something, the map slightly changes in aesthetic. I think that'd be kind of cool. That was a horrible first touch. I cut, but then immediately jumped forward instead of up. That's fine. I'll try to take away the near post on that. Of course. Going as a channel, good to know. I want a portal map with white propulsion gel flowing out of everywhere. I really think Rule 34 isn't going to avoid Rocket League. Let's get real. Sure. Characters making grooves in the field would be cool. I don't really care about all that. I just want interesting maps. Ooh, if I had more boost, dude. That's such an easy air dribble. Maybe a map that changes color based on the goals of the teams. Eh. Honestly, when Neon Fields got announced, I was like, that's a really cool idea and thing. But then for some reason they made it like super dark. And I was just like, why? Like, why? Like, why is this map like completely black? It's called Neon Fields, and it's the darkest map they've ever produced. I was so confused. I get the point is supposed to be like in a crowd at an EDM concert, you're being lit up, but ultimately you are like sitting in the dark or whatever. Wait, we're losing 3-0. I thought it was 2-1. Okay, well, yike. No, I don't want dynamic maps like the map shrinks or whatever. Maybe for like a mini game, or if we could do that in creative modes, cool. But like, I mean like dynamic in terms of the map changes a little bit. I think it would be really disorienting if it was like you're like on a ship or something. Like maybe like you're playing on the deck of a ship or whatever, and then as you play like the ship is like moving through space or something. The new Travis album? Have not listened to it. All right, well, winning streak ends. We need to buy Rocket League. Felt torn on whether it made it better or worse. How do you feel? What? You had to buy Rocket League and you're not sure if buying it made the game better or worse? Is that what you're asking? Tropical island map where natural disasters spring up periodically would be interesting. I mean, it'd just be like strange to see. I also think just kind of goofy stuff like having a map that's like, you know, the ice maps. I think it'd be funny if like your actual tires didn't grip as cleanly on ice, and then you just had to play like that. I think that would yield some weird moments. Oh, I knew he was gonna cut it. I just couldn't get the height. Need a 2-point goal? Nah. Good demo. I don't like a distance-based goal. It's not hard to chuck it up from long, you know? Not probably the shot Tidy was looking for. Whoa. Can we 1v1? No. Oh my god. That was kind of nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, man. I didn't trust my initial shot. I still think Rocket League RPG would be funny if you just like, the more you win and the more you play or something, you could like gain items that gave you like buffs and whatnot. That's an idea I've been floating for a while. I think that'd be like a goofy thing to see if you can min-max a Rocket League game. Like, you know, 5% faster top speed, but you use boost slightly faster or something like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like stuff like that would be really goofy. Or like one that like makes your turning radius a little tighter so you can turn faster, but the thing is you actually, I don't know, maybe your, I don't know, shooting power is reduced by a certain amount. Just tiny stuff like that. Because all it would be is just slightly tweaking the physics. Although I don't know how much the physics engine is equally applied because there is no way to individually apply it, but I think it'd be fun. Sorry, Chef. A little bit higher than I meant it to hit, but... Oh, the part where I missed the boost. Bang! Awesome. Rotating game modes to be permanent additions. I still don't understand why knockout isn't a permanently cueable thing. That came out and people just loved it. And then all of a sudden they were like, what if we never allowed you to play this ever? Also never allowed anyone to do it in a custom match. It's like, why? Bro, I had sponsors lined up for a freaking creator tournament. For a knockout tournament. I wanted to treat it like deathmatch style, like like how Warzone tournaments used to be run. That's pretty vicious by Tidy. Ah, I'm sorry, Chef. I knew you were in the middle. A little cocky. Bad shot. I tried to get a very light touch on it because I was a little ahead of it. Alright, I figured it would be better just to bump him. Itago, hey Peyton. Night chat. Good night, Kyle. There's no way. Oh, my bad. Well, I went up pretty aggressively. I just didn't expect Tidy to move up as well. I thought he would kind of just play this one. If he just full chowed that, I think I would have been fine, but I think he was maybe not anticipating me rotating up. I'll take blame for that. I don't know. I feel like one of those plays where like you just kind of linger upfield and you're gonna get burnt. That's not good. That's really not good. What a fucking throw. Oh my God! They really chucked that one away. Okay, well. Now we have to win, right? That's another double commit. That's not good, and we all freaking missed. What a throw. Holy crap. That was pretty ugly. We just lost 2 randoms like that. William, you always come in and say the same thing, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Taddy, get out of your game. Hi, Sean. Hello, Flix. I don't know either. That's even weirder. You're just saying that stuff for the love of the game. How are you? Not the best. Where are you from? United States, specifically New York State. Nice. I mentioned you to him and he knew you? Who? Nap? Oh, the player Nap? Yeah, I know Nap. He was a sub for G2. I used to play him in ranked a lot. Auburn Rocket League? That's cool. I didn't know that. Is he in college right now there? Fortunately, Auburn, like many big universities, hasn't quite invested in the collegiate side of esports yet. But we're getting there. We're getting a lot of big universities coming up with bigger budgets and whatnot. I disagree that he didn't get any touch on that. My bad. Tested. Chef, reset. Cooking. Nice. Hope you're doing well and hope the new work is too. We're just about 30 days out from getting our big raise, and from there I'm going to be stacking savings again, Dan. So we're looking on the up and up. I just get past the hurdle of potentially one of my final paychecks of the year in esports. I'm owed $3,000 and they haven't coughed it up yet. And they keep saying, oh, next week. Oh, don't worry. Oh, next week. Oh, don't worry. Oh, next week. Don't worry. And I'm like, buddy, this is $3,000. Like, I would like this stuff soon so I can start saving for a new car. So he coaches unofficially. That's cool. Good to hear. Napsaw is a very smart player, so I'm thinking that probably fits him really well. Yeah, I'm contacting a breach of contract lawyer in the coming days if I don't hear anything, because I'm kind of, now that I actually have income in the next like 30 days, it's going to start racking up like pretty fast in terms of my income. Starting, yeah, in the first time in my entire adult life, hopefully I still impress my employer and I get past my probation period. They seem to be very happy with what I'm doing so far, so I will get promoted from a probationary employee to a full-time, go from 35K to 65K. And so with that income, I will be officially able to be paying off literally every single expense that I have per month, and then also have like 1,000 plus extra every month. So very cool to be able to like say definitively every month without fail, I will be able to pay my bills and everything will be fine. Which doesn't sound super impressive. People are like, what the heck? But it's like, I have lived such a incredibly bare bones life, I feel like, for a while now. Not really been able to save super aggressively, and now I actually have the potential to do that, and it's exciting me. So the fact that esports has debt-free, not yet, but that's gonna be my first thing. Literally, if I, for example, with probably YouTube and Twitch and voiceover income that I'm getting, looks like I'll probably be able to put away like $2,500 a month in savings. So I'm gonna pretty much take like around half of that and just put it towards my remaining debt for certain loans, which will then increase my savings even more in the coming months. Because, for example, I have $2,400 remaining on this one loan that is financed at $360 a month. So, you know, if I aggressively pay that down every month, then in the course of like a month or two, I can then put away like $360 extra per month into a savings once that's paid off, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, well, I bumped him. I don't think you share your rates. No, it's just short-term loan, so rate's a little higher. Hello, Valerie. What car do you think of getting? I don't know. Just whatever is cheap and affordable and reliable. My biggest thing right now is just getting a reliable car. I don't really care if it's super flashy, but I don't want to just get a brand like super flat, like nice ass car. If I'm gonna be, not to say pounding miles on it, but ultimately my only concern right now is just being able to have a car that I know I can depend on. Honda, Toyota, Mazda, all those brands I've always had good experience with. I'm not getting an electric car. I don't have a port to charge it in because I don't own a house. Hard to go around with a Honda Civic. Yeah, the problem with Honda and Toyota is that they come with kind of like dependability tax. Like everyone knows how reliable they are, so therefore they're highly desirable, and therefore they're more expensive. That is the one thing I've noticed about them. A lot of Nissans in the market. Nissan is like a touch and go type of brand. Personally, I could see myself getting a Hyundai Elantra. There's a lot on sale around me, and they're pretty affordable. I had a Hyundai Accent. That car was like butter. Car drove well, handled well, had all the features I actually cared about, while also being insanely reliable. I don't think I ever took it to the shop and they ever had a problem with it. They were like, yeah, it looks great. I'm like, yeah. I just got my oils changed, my tires rotated, and that was it. Across like 10,000 miles. Granted, that's not a lot of miles, but still. Most reliable and affordable to myself. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get back to that era of get a reliable car that I can trust. Especially because my job is remote, but increasingly my CEO wants us to get a little bit more FaceTime with some of our accounts, and in the future that's probably going to mean, like, since we have a lot of potential in the vertical of kind of K-12 and higher education. I live in North Texas, which means I am very close to a lot of colleges, and also every district in Texas is like 15 high schools. So I have a lot of places to go visit and, you know, get some meetings set up. So ideally I want to do that. This coming week, I really want to take those trips, but I'm like, honestly, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it because my car's bricked. So I'm like, legitimately, I was debating literally just like renting a car or something. But even then, that's pretty expensive. So let's not do that. Either that or I can expense some Ubers, but I don't know really how much my company wants to expense those. Since it's going to be like a lot of nickel and dime Ubers across town. I went way too high. Quit streaming, I'll mix it one day. Thank you. Thanks, you Slippy Flicks. Got that, chef? Chef? No.
Good luck streaming,
What?
bro. You'll make it one day. Celebratory gesture emoji.
It's fine. Oh, I kind of was like, that angle isn't super shootable for them. Any tips for streaming? I don't know. Be reliable. Talk to your chat and don't just play the game and ignore. The amount of times I've gone into a stream and people are just straight up getting ignored in the chat for like 5, 10, 15 minutes straight. Like, yeah, every streamer is gonna miss a chat from time to time, but some of these people are straight up just like ignoring them. I also gotta say, like, I love my buddy Drewski, but that man does not read his YouTube chat straight up. I don't know if that's like a usual thing, but like he reads his TikTok chat and Twitch chat, and that is it. I do not see a single person from YouTube ever get a question answered. It's just kind of like a weird phenomenon to watch because it's like, I know you see me, you know? That's rough. Drew doesn't read TikTok. Are you sure? Because he's not reading my YouTube either. Didn't you say you end 10 streams like 35 minutes ago? Well, if you had listening comprehension and did just use AI for everything, you bot, you would know that. No, I'm just kidding. I said I would end if I just was continuing to lose. Oh, just missed that. Oh my God, that was not what I was trying to do. I was trying to back pass that. I don't think Chef realized that. Wow, good chow by Court. Court balls. Change super chat goal. Oh, we just beat it. Okay, I can do that. No, you should stream to multiple platforms, 100%. You should not just stick with one, especially if it's Twitch. I think if you're gonna stream to one thing, I think YouTube is a great platform to stream because it's the only platform where you can really, I mean, I guess technically TikTok almost falls in this, but it's the only platform where you have long form, short form, and streaming all in one account. But since it's very easy to set up vertical streaming, I think Twitch or Kick or whatever should be your formal streaming platform, and then you co-stream or multi-stream into the vertical of YouTube. Nice bump. AT&T raising the bar. Is anyone old enough to remember that? Do you know a trick that I don't for deferring student loans? I don't know. I just keep logging into my student loans and they're like, you don't have to pay that. And I'm like, cool. And I just moved on with my life. I did get an email the other day, but I was just like, that's a future taco issue. I think ultimately my loans are deferred or whatever, and I think they're gonna unfreeze the interest, so therefore I won't have to pay, but I will still have interest collect on it, which doesn't functionally really change what I'm gonna be doing, because I'm not gonna be paying that off yet. So my favorite RL name ever, Nissan Al-Gaib, yes. I didn't get AT&T ads because I'm in Canada. What's the equivalent of AT&T for you guys, like for a phone company? Bell, I guess? You're in Canada? No, some chatters are. Oop. Back when we just had a mobile. I live in Texas, which is like the least Canadian state. Hi, Steelers fan. Hey, Rygoat. Probably gonna sped that up a little bit. Only Canadian streamer I know is Chief Beef. I don't think he's even Canadian. What? He's lived in like Florida his whole life, and he just moved to Tennessee. What do you mean Canadian streamer? I have income-based premium. 3 kids. I'm required to pay a sizable chunk every month. I mean, how much older you are though, JM? Because I'm 30, so I don't know why mine are frozen. I did have an income-based payment, which is why I'm not happy to repay it. Because when I first started, it was like $70 a month, and now I'm afraid it's going to be like $560 a month, and that would make me literally sob. But luckily, even if I have to pay that in the future, I'll be making enough to not have to worry about that. Oh. Someone told me he's Canadian. I don't think he is. Fun fact, I got my 35,000th demo this week. Nice. I didn't realize you were actually that high level on that. Zach's the union chair. Yeah, he was not elected that position, let me tell you what. I pay $473. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, for right now, student loans. I pretend I do not see them. Yeah, it's rough. Got about 27K left. Yeah, I have about 19K. I'm bummed. When they did that one-time 10K forgiveness thing, I looked to see if I was eligible, and they didn't give it to me. And I'm like, bruh. Like, bruh, I went to a public school. I did everything right. What do you mean I don't get 10K? Like, sorry, it's only for certain borrowers that we've arbitrarily decided. I meant to get underneath that more. $70K. Ooh. What? Why would you delay your second jump like that? Nice shot. Peak MMR 2077. AOG chicken. Right now we're GC3. GC3, just answered you, White Rattle. We're just about 1730 or 40 right now. You know, pretty low typically for where we're normally at, but it's all right. We'll get back to it slowly. We got a full party of the boys, so. Somebody would win it, and I could bump that guy. Oh, didn't see him cheat on that. Chef should have that. Johnson, unfortunately, you're a massive fatty, and I hate you. We're just gobbling up all the boost. What? Guy got 50, and he still was able to beat us to that read. I was a little lost in sauce in that one. That's crazy, pre-jumped and then you went outside of the goal to save it. I thought he would try to chow that straight up. Sick bump. Hey, Zachary Mead. A losing streak for 1 hour straight. Bro's literally been watching me literally do nothing but win basically for the past like hour. And after that losing streak, and he's like, yeah, I think he's still losing. I'm not. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not gonna lie, I was not prepared for him being next to me in the goal, but I also didn't expect Tidy not to get this 50. I thought he was right on top of it. Best 1650, but I can't manage. I mean, if you're solo queuing, it's practically rolling dice on teammates every game, so don't worry about it too much. That's a gamer moment right there. There's no bronze tips because if you're bronze, your tip is to play the game to the point where you're not just driving past the ball. Bronze are literally this. Okay, all I gotta do is just turn slightly to the right and drive forward to hit the ball. That's a bronze. So I'm like, you don't need advice beyond just, hey, maybe play the game so you're comfortable just going, oof, okay, hit it. Or, you know? Hope you have a great day. See you next stream. All right, see you, Lucky Meister. Hopefully next stream isn't butt ass. Today's been pretty bad. Oh. Heavy touch. Gotta use the Dominus again. I've been very low energy lately, and I apologize. My girlfriend left yesterday with the kids to spend a week at the cottage, but she forgot her suitcase in the... Oh, that's awkward. I'm on the verge of quitting YouTube and stuck at 19.2K for a win. Do you have a moment like that causing you to take away from content? I'm arguably still in that phase, yeah. I worked full-time esports and content for about 3 years. That's a lie, 2 years. And this year, esports for Rocket League has completely imploded. I've lost $30,000 in income from the last year. So trying to get back into that. Content, I tried to pick it up, but Rocket League is just in a very dire place unless you're a pro player, or you're, you know, constantly churning out like crazy long-form nonsense, like with, oh, I made a custom map, blah, blah, blah. There's like no content that you can make that people are interested in for Rocket League. I accelerated very quickly. I gained like 20,000 subs in the space of like 6-7 months, and then after that, I've just basically stagnated. Because YouTube has, they give you a little, when you start streaming on YouTube, they give you a little bit bonus, I've noticed, in terms of discoverability, and then they take that away from you once you kind of find your footing. Problem is like without that, like Rocket League just in a situation where like I would have never expected anyone to be able to find my channel anymore. So I went from like averaging like 100 to 200 viewers a stream, and then suddenly we're at like 20. But in between all that, I was job searching, trying to clean up for all those. I didn't expect them to challenge that, my bad. Trying to clean up from the $30,000 that I was suddenly missing in my year to year. I was like, hey, I need to focus on jobs. I'm not in a good place financially. I'm not in a good mood to create content. So I should have stopped uploading shorts. And since then, I've been just trying to find that rhythm again. Ooh. Well, content creation is a lot of hard work and consistency, but it's also a lot of luck to a certain extent. Like, you need to find, like, even the best video editing and best storylines and all that stuff aren't going to guarantee views. You got to be really consistent. You got to get some stuff to pop off, and so you can find your way and whatnot. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, if they win that 50, I'm losing my mind. A lot better than the last streamers I come across. I don't quit, bro. I'm not saying I'm quitting. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm just doing it on the side now. Basically stop doing all long form content. We'll upload shorts every day, or at least we'll aim for that. But ultimately, I got a job. I gotta focus on that. Try to find tidy on that. Chef, have just enough. Get a touch. Nice. That was a rough one. I don't know why we rotated up on that. What are you for work? I'm an account executive with a company that resells physical and cybersecurity components. Dude. I can tell Chef's getting tilted because they're bumping him a lot, but also low-key, these guys are like funny because I don't know if they're really dusting us too many reads, but there's a lot of moments where like they will, oh man, that was a really tough read. And by tough, I mean rough. Not necessarily a tough read by himself. Okay. I am be there. I am finishing my 3rd month at the end of next month. And that is when I get my promotion, hopefully. I'm a probationary employee, but they keep talking about the future with me, so I'd like to think that they wouldn't be like, well, in the coming months, you're gonna be doing this, and then would say, just kidding, you know? I think they're happy with what I'm doing. I also think that their probationary period is less about like my performance and productivity because they're to train me from the ground up, and they're acknowledging that. Man, good touch and setup. I didn't read that correctly. That works. You like it though? I do. It's really interesting. Pays well. Work culture's good. Boss is good. Feel like I'm learning a lot. Feel like it's something that's genuinely like a career and not like a job. At least I could see it turning into that very easily. So just trying to get used to that kind of a transition. So right now I'm just trying to, you know, stack cash, get myself financially secure and whatnot. And we'll go from there. Downside being I just can't focus on content the same way, but that's fine because content's for Rocket League kind of non-existent. And on top of that, there's that's wow. All right, we should have never lost this team. Good to hear that. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I am hoping for casting to return. That's something I really do like about Rocket League, for sure. But this has been the esports recession AF this year. There's been practically nothing. I think last year by this point I'd worked like 22 different shows, and I think this year I think I'm on 6. Like there is nothing going on. Hence why I said like I'm down like $30,000 for the year in terms of projected earnings. Went to the movies earlier and had too much popcorn and candy and my stomach is wrecked. You had popcorn and candy, dude? That's the type of greed they read about in the Bible. There you go, have a great night. I'll be stepping in here more. Good to hear, OG Chicken. What's up? Gonna be in Toronto for the Canadian RL Fan Expo in August. Get to take my kids to see it. Oh, the Bell event? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Low-key, the Bell event is the only major Rocket League event outside of EWC this summer, and it's really pathetic, dude. I'm not counting the major, I'm counting like individual like tier 2 and up events. And it's really like insane to me that like the year is this dead. Like literally we also had, oh, that's 2 for 1. We had oh my God, Chef, sorry. You recovered really well after that bump. I just don't think I could be with you anymore. You're in your girlfriend's chat again, Matt L. There's no way. Yeah, I didn't expect Chef to turn on that dead ass, so that was part of why we doubled on that. Nice. Close one. That's insane that I literally went underneath him and he still got a piece of that. Chef didn't expect him to whiff. That's pain. How'd that happen? Chef is he turned on that last play after getting the 100 boost because I think he's just trying to play quick, which is, you know, fair, but it's also very confusing. So I was telling him in party chat, I'm like, we're losing because we're playing way too spazzy and we're trying to play like hyper quick, when in reality, if we just go for consistent reads, trust in the rotation, and don't try to overspeed what we're trying to do, like, we'll be fine. And then our first goal is literally exactly what that, so that's why I said it. So I just gotta find our rhythm again. Ah, I tried to flick underneath it, get the flick up. Llama, howdy. Have you done any tag broadcasts yet? Talking about a girl on stream. I don't know how long ago you're talking, but she's still in the picture. I've just decided in general I'm not going to be talking about my dating life on stream anymore because you guys get really weird about it. And then if I do break up with someone in the future, I don't really want to have to deal with you guys doing 4 months of like, hey, how's the girlfriend going? Hey, are you still dating that person? Hey, blah, blah, blah. And then I have to re-explain everything, you know? That's just like a limit I'm going to be setting going forward. Especially because, like, unless my girlfriend was like a huge part of my like streaming thing, I don't really need people to know about it. Pull that scab off. I mean, I'm not really someone who's gonna get super broken up about a breakup, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want to, you know, just have to rehash that over and over and over and over, and I'm just like, yeah. Chef, you got that? Nice. Change super chat goal? Yeah, I keep forgetting. My bad. There we go. I've done 2 so far. I was bidding for the French Championship. God, I'm so jealous of you. I gotta start doing casting on my own channel. I tried to schedule one the other day, but people pulled out. But yeah, I haven't casted in weeks. I guarantee I'm gonna be rusty as hell next gig I work. Bro, it's crazy that the last time I did an actual esport event, I was casting Madden for the high school national championship. We'll say it was kind of cool to say that in the entirety of like Madden's scholastic scene, I did get to do the official, like, sponsored by Madden and in a way the NFL. I got to do the official one for that, so kind of a cool resume line item. No. Tried to side flip into that reset. Just stumbled instead. Nice, tidy. Okay. 70 dryer. Bro, it's like legitimately dead. Like, I've never seen tier 2 this bad. This is by far the worst year in casting I've ever gone through. Like, literally every event that I had going, like, earlier in the year doesn't exist this year. Nice. And, like, every single event that we had in the summer, also gone. And even in the fall, I've been hearing, I heard really encouraging things after we finished the Collegiate Rocket League, like, official A-stream thing. And yet, I don't know, because people are always like, hey, Jeff, hey, Taco, leak the, when's CRL starting? When's this deal? I'm like, dude, when I tell you, Epic doesn't tell casters anything. Anyone who does know is under a super strict NDA, so they don't tell us anything. So like when RLCS casters are like, hey, Jorby, hey, James, hey, Stumpy, tell us about the RLCS thing. They don't know. They get told whenever like Epic decides to clue in management or whatever. It's insane. Like they do not tell us anything. So it's tough. Do you end stream sometimes because you rage or you just bored of playing Rocket League? Definitely rage 90% of the time, especially lately. If all dies, would you stream a different game? Probably. I don't anticipate Rocket League truly dying, though. Hello, Cole2 Drippy. Honestly, are you looking for stuff? I mean, I'd be down to cast some more for sure. I haven't cast in a bit. I don't really know what I'd be competent in casting for the most part. I have a pretty limited thing, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's like I have to get a little bit more humble about my rate. Because back in the day, I used to turn down a lot of stuff because straight up they'd be like, hey, it's a 4-hour broadcast. I can pay you like $150. And I'm like, no, sorry. Like that's a $500 rate for me, like every time. But nowadays I'm kind of like, might have to compromise a little bit. Counter-Strike, so many jobs. I know, dude. I just know nothing about Counter-Strike. I could probably really hard grind Counter-Strike for like a month or two and like learn some stuff, but there's so much to catch up on. Like the pick spots, like the, economy, the current meta with like CS2 adapting to that, like the new map rotation, all the, like, just there's trillions of things that I don't know because I don't play Counter-Strike. And I know there's always so much gigs because Counter-Strike is, say it with me, chat, the best esport ecosystem on the planet. When did you quit? What do you mean quit? I didn't quit anything. We have some summer series get St. Edward's team background it, bro. Like there's just no, the fact that summer series is gone or just non-existent, just shows the ecosystem is adapting to the new sponsorships. Sponsors want engagement. It's not enough to just get, hey, we got 1,000 viewers across the stream. They don't care. They're like, okay, how many people are clicking on our sign up link? How many people are doing the QR code scan? How many people are whatever? Like they want genuine engagement, and esports is really bad at that. Honestly, probably because the buying power of esports markets people are probably not the best. So no sponsor means no big prize pool, which means no event. What about sales job? I have a sales job. I work in sales. How's your day, Danger? Not the best, Mason, but slowly getting better. ESEA into ESEL is the best path, bro. I mean, it's not even best. It's just in general for a caster, you just have a trillion different paid gigs you can work across a bunch of different regions. Whereas like Rocket League functionally does not have an official tier 2, and we used to. And literally, when you guys look at so many of the casters you love, Jorby, Corelli, Achieves, like Stacks, Daz, all these people, the only reason they have careers, and that's a bold claim, and I don't want to take anything away because it definitely doesn't take anything away, really. But the only reason they have careers is because Rocket League had a tier 2 system, and they used it to cultivate talent. But now they don't have that. Technically, we have CRL, but they also canceled CRL for a full semester, killed all enthusiasm for it, dropped the budget by literally like $1 million+, took away all lands, and then said, here you go, guys, you get CRL. But it's like, yeah, thanks, but also it's too late. Like we can't build a profile on that. Also, I'd like to think Bass getting a spot on the alt stream is a sign of things to come for potentially Epic giving us some consideration of like, oh, you guys worked a lot of like, high-level stuff for us. You've been on the Rocket League channel. You've been a sub for high-level A stream things before. You've casted pro level. Maybe we can try you out for the major B stream, or maybe in the future hire you for RLCS as like a guest or whatever. But season by season, it seems to me that's not the case. The fact that Bask on the alt stream is literally such a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing that they did. Do you like your job? I do. They would probably say similar. Yep. Both of my weekly gigs are gone. Frost 2.5 years. Oh, disappears overnight. That's what I'm saying, Llama. It's tough. If Epic offers cosmetics, people need to click on sponsors and QR codes to get them. Well, it's not even that. It's just like those are different types of deals. Those are branding deals where the game is paying for the mere exposure, and they probably get a slight cut of the profits. But the thing is like Epic is also like getting payment up front, whereas like for a lot of sponsors, they want direct engagement, and it's very hard to get that out of esports people. Hence why there's no events, because sponsors are getting more and more strict. Like, we're not just gonna fork over money. You gotta show up. And because also that's a metric that we haven't been collecting, there's no trial period for getting sponsors. So therefore, even for sponsors who are willing to do it, they don't know where to set a budget, because it's not really a big thing that they've been trying to collect on. Like, if you're running a campaign, basically, like, yeah, you collect engagement as part of your marketing package, but like, I don't know, there's probably not a lot of emphasis on a lot of campaigns like that. So therefore, hey, how many clicks do you expect? I don't know. How many followers do you think you can push to our socials? I don't know. We're just in a weird transitionary period. Chef's on a generational run of getting screwed over today. This is actually hilarious. What are the Nightbot rules? Don't be a dick. And don't ask me to play over and over. Did I get to reset that? I did. Why Chef keep on going? Because he's trying his best, chat. I become a rematch caster. You mean work for the company that screwed me out of money? Yeah, I'm good. Literally the only reason I am not outing that company and burying them is because I have friends who work and actually do get a paycheck from them, so. Is it still $100 to play with you? Sure. Yeah, it is a little stinky, but it means I kicked some other doors, find some ways in other places. I mean, you've been really industrious, Llama. I like how you're doing IRL sports. I forget, are you doing the Big East or something? Or Big Ten? I remember you got like a college conference casting gig, and I thought that was pretty dope. The tag thing is still the coolest thing ever. I've been meaning to like get into weird shit like that for a while. I would study up so hard. Oh. Is it tough on radio broadcasts where you got to be a lot more descriptive? Ohio State football on radio? That's pretty lit. Eight games postseason in person. Let's go. Get the media pass. Yeah, I don't really have a connection for like IRL sports, but I would love to be able to like try and advertise to like UTD or something, or North Texas. I know they probably have students doing that stuff if they do hire people like that, but I'm like, honestly, I'm a local professional. I'm on-air talent. So I know Stax does that for Maine. It's still $50 to play with you? Hey, Saxophone, I don't think you ever learned how to read. Hey, it's still $100 to play with you? Yes, it is. Hey, is it still $50? Hey, you just got that question answered, buddy. Open the schools, guys. No reading comprehension or listening comprehension anymore. Are you SSL? Not right now. Many a season, though. Tough at first, the nice part is there's always something to say. That is true. Can never say time and score enough. Can really build an environment, listener. Yep. Silver? Yes, HB, this is silver. About to touch 100K on my accent. Your Hyundai accent? That was my first car. A little 2013 Hyundai accent, I believe. I missed that car though. I had to give it away at 40,000 miles because I just couldn't. I couldn't afford it when I was moving to Chicago for grad school. Are you better than Coconut? Nah, Coconut's a better player. Plays a lot more twos, a lot more mechanical. There are a lot of sports opening. Most don't respect esports resume. Mostly start at volunteer low rate. I was like, that was kind of stupid, especially because, like, no offense, but I've listened to a lot of like local sports broadcasts. These people are hashtag not good. It's kind of like just a dad that like, hey, can I cast? And I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know. These guys are not public speakers. But I also understand, yeah, maybe they're gonna see sports and just immediately roll their eyes like, video games. Like, fun fact, I already proven to you that I have a good speaking voice and I'm also fluid with my language use. That's a really good goal. So all I gotta do is just know the game. And guess what? I watch football and soccer and probably a bunch of other sports that I could very easily cast. It's the suits, they just don't know what even. Oh no, 100% I get that, but it's just like, I don't know, it's always kind of goofy. Talk about the clickbait thumbnail. Oh, the ranked slappage. Well, I've been SSL many a season, so it's not like you're watching someone who's never ever been able to achieve SSL. I'm just too lazy to make one with GC3, not really one that I'm gonna be super interested in. Ooh, we're kind of getting farmed by Singularly Cryptic and literally no one else. You could always sign up for USA Baseball. I would never cast baseball. I think baseball is incredibly boring. I don't disrespect the sport itself. It just, for me, I can't watch baseball. I can't imagine casting it. Would not be interested. Casting Rocket League and casting baseball would be like the two most polar opposite vibes, I feel like. A lot of stats digging. Yeah, I don't mind doing that, but I'm not a fan of. And a little bit outside, that's going to be the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be 1 and 2 on the count. And then Color talks about some random stuff, and then you guys just start talking about, yeah, and upcoming schedule's this, da-da-da. And then you're all twiddling your thumbs, and you're waiting for the next pitch to come in. It's been 17 seconds since the last thing that of any interest has happened. And then you gotta come up with some other statistic, and then you gotta mention this one guy is 0 and 2 for the day. Da-da-da-da. Can't mention the count again. It's just like, it's just so slow, dude. Like, I can't get into that. Nice. Which cast another esport? If I played it enough, yeah. Can you follow me? Hey, that boy dip. I think you would do better by maybe trying to actually create content people liked instead of begging people. That's just me. I think some of you would watch him because of daily rankdals. If that's the only reason people would watch me, I would laugh my ass off and also then cry openly. Gives you a lot of space. I hate that. I don't like having to think about like, okay, what have I not mentioned? I like esports because everything is like kind of on a schedule and quick prio, so you can like always tap into like the next discussion point. Whereas baseball is kind of just like, there's only so much you can mention between pitches, I feel like. Kind of same with football. The thing is with football, I don't know how casting football would work at a low level. Because at a higher level, you have instant replay every single play. So there's always something to pick apart. But in high school, where you're just sitting and watching people slowly get up to the line every 20, 30 seconds, I genuinely don't know what that experience must be like. You have SSL chase thumbnail would have been better. You've memorized my freaking SSL things? Not clickbait? I mean, sure, whatever. A lot of the players were playing our SSL right now. Man, we need to touch the ball. Did he get you to watch a Mets broadcast? No, the Mets broadcast is gorgeous, and I like the cinematography aspect of it because I got a film nerd directing the broadcast. That being said, baseball's still boring, and I will never cast it. Schnoip. Unnecessary accuracy. Yeah, I'm never doing a GC chase thumbnail, buddy. Rowing was my favorite to call. Rowing. I don't think I understand crew enough for that. Dude, Cryptic is single-handedly backpacking these guys. That's insane. Cryptic with 5 goals on 7 shots. It's disgusting. All right. GG's. Getting so many rabbit holes. I think the best way to do baseball commentary is probably get 3 people on the cast instead of 2. I'm assuming that's probably the norm, but I feel like there are certain times where they only have like 2 dudes, which I think makes it way harder to actually cohesively build up your storylines. Not like swimming where it's controlled environment. The one regatta the river was in 15 feet in 2 nights, and they rode the fast they had 5 years. That's always super funny how track has like moments like that where like there's like a tailwind, and so someone runs a world record pace, but then they have to like asterisk it and say like that actually doesn't count because they are running with wind literally pushing them down the track. And I'm like, wow, I would have never thought about that as like a factor. Time doesn't matter, it's all head to head. Get that. I just feel like the tag thing is something I'm fixated on with you, like, because it's just such an interesting idea that it's super intuitive of a sport. Like, you know, even if people want to make a joke like, oh, it's such like an ESPN 8, the Ocho type sport, but I'm like, no, but yeah, it is. But also those people are like fit as hell. Those guys are like 100% like actual athletes. The amount of like explosivity and like risk taking you have to take when they're dodging through that. Because I think it's like the professional tag arenas, if you guys have ever Googled that, it's not like a padded surface. They're dodging through like metal bars. I don't know how more people don't conk their head super hard and whatnot. They start drifting everywhere. Oh damn, they spun out. That's pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to re-up my American patriotism the other day, watching the U.S. track and field performance in the past Olympics. And in the 4x400 for women's, Jamaica got into leg 2, and their person just stopped running. It didn't even look like they pulled something, they just stopped running. And I'm like, can you imagine how pissed you would be being the leg 3 and 4, ready to be like, all right, let's get our silver medal. And then our second guy's like, sorry, injured myself. It's like, how? It's like, how is your training not letting you know that you're not ready? And also, if you pulled something while running in that, why are you even selected? Like the coach would have subbed you out, and that's probably why. But I'm like, man, hopefully they didn't come in already kind of feeling like, my leg's not feeling good. It's all right, I'll run the gold medal, I'll run the finals, and then you pull a muscle and you fuck over your whole team. Powerful Lumberjack champions. I remember ESPN, I think, used to do strongest man competitions, and I remember they canceled it because they basically brought out like the world's strongest men like champions or whatever, and then they put them against like farm dudes in like a random Nebraskan town. And everyone was like, oh yeah, this is like Pro versus Joe. But then the Nebraskan farm guys were massive, like corn-fed dudes, and they kicked their asses. And they're like, everyone's like, what? And everyone's like, dude, this guy has grown up the past 15 years every day baling hay and like doing an insane amount of manual labor. You're telling me he's not gonna be strong as fuck? Like, of course he's jacked as hell. Just because he doesn't have a lot of body definition doesn't mean he's not super insanely strong. He's like 6'3" and weighs like 270, 280 pounds. Of course he's gonna be jacked. Fun fact, the first reality show I ever willingly watched, though, I don't remember the title, was Jerry Jones held a reality show for football players who got injured in college before the NFL draft, or something went down in their real life, like their girlfriend got pregnant and they had to focus on them or whatever. And so it was basically a reality show, and the winner got a contract with the Dallas Cowboys. And the guy who won actually was like a backup wide receiver for them for like a couple seasons. And I was like, that's pretty cool that it's not just like a fun novelty contract, you know? Like, oh yeah, you'll get a contract with us and then you'll never be on the team. Like, no, they were legitimately signed to the team. And I'm like, that's a really cool idea. Also a super discounted thing. But hey, winner of that not only gets that, but they get the minimum salary in the NFL, which is like, I think $600,000 a year. So even if it doesn't last for too long, you're still making bank. Sports science? Dude, the guy who ran sports science just died this year. I was so sad to hear that. I think Brinkus is the guy's name. Oh, Jerry Jones punished people like that? I know, it's very cruel that anyone would be signed by the Cowboys, but... Man, I live near Arlington, and I don't know if I'd ever go to a Cowboys game. I don't know if I can support them like that. There was a controversy outside the quad. There was a wall, and the wall is out of bounds. So if anyone touched it to push off, they're automatically tagged. Oh, interesting. Why would we even build the wall then? See, to make it more interesting, they should have had a wall that had spikes on it. So then if you go too fast, then you just get impaled. Instant death. That's what more sports are missing, guys. Instant death due to medieval weaponry. I just became Daffy or Donald real quick. What was that? Oh, my camera was a little off. I thought I had touched that. I don't remember Pros vs. Joes, to be honest. Wasn't... Not American Ninja Warrior. American Gladiators. Wasn't that basically Pros vs. Joes? Like, they had, like, the professional gladiators or whatever versus, like, just random people? Hey, Skooga. That's my boy Shep. I know, I'm playing with him. American Gladiators coming back. Wait, really? I don't know that. Man, I don't watch TV at all. I was gonna hit to the right, then teammate dodged past me, and I was like, oh, I thought he might turn upfield. Up and coming. He's a good player. Banger. All right. I don't watch any TV that's not sports. I'm gonna give that a shot. Worth it. I remember they had Chad Ochocinco on the show for Sports Science to test like his range, and they just threw him a bunch of crazy reads to see how far he could dive and whatnot. And they're basically like, his range is like the size of an elephant. It's like basically anything about like 11 feet in the air and then like about 8 or 9 feet to his sides he can catch. And I'm like, that's such an insane range to think about. Ah. I didn't think they wouldn't contest that, so I was not really taking my time. Yeah, Alexi Lawless was on Pros show. Wait, I remember that show now. Zoomy, thank you for the $10. Appreciate you.
Easy done.
No! Dude. Holy ghost touch, dude. Anyone else see that? I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really aiming that one because I was like, they're gonna 50 me. And then when no one 50'd me, I was like, wait, dude. Okay, this game should be like 4-0, so, or 4-1, so my bad. I thought someone again was gonna 50 me, so I don't wanna like look through this too aggressively. Yeah, Alexi Lawless is definitely problematic. I'm not a huge fan of that guy. I personally think the only U.S. men's national team guy that's completely earns my love is Taylor Twellman. I like him as a commentator, but also I loved his response to when the U.S. failed to make the World Cup after they like tied to Trinidad and Tobago or whatever in their like final ditch to like move through. He just went on a rant. Yeah, what are we doing? Like that freak out. Everyone, there were some people who were stupid and they're like, this guy's so emotional. But I'm like, no, that's the correct response. Legitimately, every single frickin' response to that is appropriate because the U.S. men's national team for soccer is like, I can't say by far, I would say maybe our gymnastics team, but like, it's like by far our worst sport that we compete in as the U.S. We are dominant or at least competitive in basically everything, and the U.S. is like never even close. The furthest we get anymore is like a quarterfinals maybe, but then we just fundamentally get torn apart. Like I remember when we played Belgium that one year and it was basically guaranteed we were gonna lose. I think we had like 4 shots on target, and then meanwhile Belgium had like 30 or 40 basically, what it felt like. On the show, they had Jerry Rice, Bo Jackson, Misty, Jojo Jones, blah, 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 Wade Boggs, Justin Gatlin. Yeah. They had a lot of really good people. That Taylor 12, yeah, but that screaming rant he went on was so accurate. It's like, dude, we are the United States. We have 300 million people, and we are somehow still so underfunded for youth development, pay-to-win systems that we can't get 11 people that can compete at the world stage, really? QB, thank you for the $4.99. The Secretary of Defense versus Belgium, he did. Actually, I remember the commentators were saying like, yeah, that US definitely didn't deserve to win that, but my God, Tim Howard, what a performance. And he was pissed at his defenders, and I'm like, yeah, the goalie should not have to be making 20 saves in a game or whatever. He had a couple of nutters, for sure. It's like 17. It was. I remember watching that show, that game. I think I had to leave slightly early before the end, but I remember we caught the radio of it because there was a tournament going on for myself. I remember just watching it, being like, it's not even if, it's when Belgium scores. I'm like, if we can take this to extra time and maybe penalties, maybe. But I'm like, there's literally no way we're gonna win this in regular time at this rate. W car, not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Thank you, Will. All right, YL. YL. Not sure. And as someone who grew up playing soccer, it is really depressing that the U.S. basically dominates in every international sport. except for the sport we really should. Well, I mean, not should, but like soccer, which is a sport that, yes, is not the most popular in the US, but it's also not unpopular. Like, there's people selling out stadiums for MLS games and whatnot. Like, we should definitely have enough homegrown talent, but no, we don't. It's an Arabic name, hard to read it? Yeah, I figured. Do we have any matchmaking? Zoomy, what the heck? With the $4.99? Bro keeps raising it? I mean, it's a goal for a reason.
Bro keeps raising it.
Bro, that rugby bronze medal match for the US was kind of... rugby women's match was kind of insane. I think she won at the ESPYs like breakout athlete of the year, which is pretty cool. It keeps raising indefinitely. Yes. Such a good Insta follow. Oh, I bet. She has a really cute personality, which even contrasted even better because she's like Maya Lesnar in that she's just like built. So having that like cutesy little like personality with that build is so freaking adorable. How's the stream? Hey, newsflash. Man, really went to Unicode Translator Glitch Text Generator.com. Any way to get better at this game? Best training to do? Depends on your rank. For $5, you can get someone muted. Yeah, ban someone permanently for $50. I peaked Diamond 2 5 years ago and I just got back into it. You should be working on keeping the ball close and working on your fast arrow some more. Because a lot of people are like, I already know how to fast arrow. I'm like, yeah, but do you do it consistently? I bet you don't. So the way I always say to test it is go to custom training or go to free play, turn off. Oh, hello? With the $4.99 worth. Oh no. Bro's actually testing how far high this can go. And so go to free play, turn off, go to interface, or go to training, boost options, go to standard, and then just standing still. If you can jump, aerial, touch the ceiling, land, and then do it again, all with 100 boost. So touch the ceiling twice, then you are fast down correctly. You are taking off correctly. And a lot of you guys can't do that, or you guys can't do it consistently over and over and over and over and over again. That's the best way to kind of test where your fast arrow's at. And then past that, it's about, if you're able to do that consistently, then it's more about how you adjust in the air and your positioning. But I'd say as a diamond, important thing is to learn how to do something like this, like balls off the backboard. Learn how to just stay close. Don't even need to get a perfect catch, just learning how to like take a touch, and then jumping off, and then just doing something like that, keeping close. That's a practice I usually recommend people in Diamond do, is just take the ball to the back wall, tap it, and you don't even need to air roll too much. Sorry, I'm not used to this hitbox. But yeah, pop off and just learn how to stay close to the ball like this. That's a skill that will benefit you a lot, especially defensively. If I was necessarily something fair, I give you muscle mommy or goth baddies. I think for me, I have a limit on muscle mommies. I think a woman's athletic and has like muscles. I don't really mind it, but there is a point where I'm a little like, not for me. For me, I don't think I can. I don't think goth. There's also a limit with goth. I think there's this like a sweet spot with that. But at a certain point in some of the makeup, I'm just like, I'm good. That's not my thing. Oh. Damn, I'm so privileged, chat. Tasty Fish from San Diego. Yeah, you haven't gone. What the heck? It's a name I do remember, though. You told me to switch from free air roll to air roll left or right. I would agree with that. It does. I don't think it's necessary to be like insane or whatever, but I do notice that my mechanics definitely leveled up when I made that switch. I personally just think it's a lot easier to adjust. One day we'll get a threes game, chat. Up to 35. Went through hard. Discovered I had cancer. I'm sorry about that, man. Now I'm better and back to watching your streams. Well, I'm glad you're better though. Hopefully the recovery continues. Where's the clank gases? I don't know if I have them near me. Hold on. I'm fine. I'll get my freaking glasses. Weirdos. There you go. I think people are talking about the sunglasses, but you know, we can keep with glasses for now. I'm a taco now. Yeah, someone gifted you, a doctor gifted you a sub. Fish taco? When I'm asked like my favorite taco is Lucky, I say fish taco, and that always surprises people. Like, I like all the other, you know, meat options you can get, but had a good fish taco though. There's literally not any more to be done with these queues, I think. Wait, it's 10 o'clock? Oh my god. I didn't realize I started that late. I thought I started like 6, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, well. Just no one's at GC3 playing right now. That's a problem. So yeah, we'll queue for a little bit more, and then we'll probably get off for tonight. I need to get ready for work tomorrow. I'm a very busy week upcoming, so I'm probably going to be in person making meetings with a lot of high schools around me, selling them some security stuff. Maybe I'm not. Bro added himself with the Eastern time zone. It's crazy. Actually, not even the Eastern time zone. Wait, where the heck? 12:11. What are you, like Prince Edward Island? Bro, there are no games. Tokyo, yeah, we're thinking 12. He's talking about 12 a.m. No, it's noon for him. Bonjour, Alex. We're probably in the final moments of our stream chat. We're 3 hours in, and I don't think there's any other games going on right now. Yeah, you got me. I'm in Tokyo. I knew it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of prefer living in Central Time or Eastern Time, just because the way that all the clock works. My business that I work with is in California time, so I go off their time. So yeah, I have to work slightly past 5. I work a 9 to 6. But the thing is, like, if I really am like tired one day, I'll just tell my boss like, hey, I'm gonna start at 10 a.m. And they're like, that's fine, because for them it's 8 a.m. So for them, I'm like starting like on time, but for me, I get to chill. Big nose. Hello, NA. I don't really think my nose is that big, so I guess that's just your opinion. What do you do for work? I am an account executive, basically a sales guy for physical and cybersecurity. Thunderous Echo, thank you for the $1. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got recommended for the job. Heard great reviews about the company and the people there, and the more I talk to them, the work culture is great. I asked people at the company more about like their job satisfaction, how they like it, and they're all just like, literally, I'm never leaving this company. I enjoy it this much. I'm like, oh, that's all I really wanted to see. Y'all really work, buddy. It's not everyone can be a fish, you know? You guys don't pay rent. Bad. What's the nerd and smart cyber guys? Sure. Got offered an AppSec role in a big insurance company here in Quebec. Nice. Get that bread. Hey, villain chillin'. All right. I'm gonna give this queue 3 min, then tapping out. Fishing guy pays us $15,000 at the mansion to pay us to live there. That's crazy. Things get any better? What do you mean? Like society over the course of the entire human civilization? Yeah, I would say so. Just a champ again. Good to know, Joshua. Keep grinding. I'm just excited to get into the phase of my career where hopefully esports, if it recovers. If esports can recover a bit more and I can retain this job, start killing it on commission of it, your boy within a year, looking like he's gonna be back. Gonna be getting 6 figures. Should be lit. $15K yen is like $100. But damn. Imagine living in a mansion for $100 a month. With a losing streak. Now we've regained, not in 2s, but in 3s. It's big, 15 feet long for a fish. That's pretty large. Imagine being in an aquarium that large. Is there a better way to define my double taps than just pure hours? I mean, practice your setup. So learn how you need to hit the ball. Like, don't just plow into it and go like that. You have to learn, okay, when you roll into the ball, learn how using your air roll will keep you close to it, you know? So that's like the biggest thing I think people struggle with, same with air dribbling, is learning how to make contact with the ball so the ball stays lifted or it stays at a certain position, you know? Like learning how to just keep the ball close like that, you know? I think a lot of you guys, when you guys are working on double taps especially, it's a lot of like jumping at the ball and just kind of going like that or something. You're hitting it way too hard. Like you gotta, you know, get the tap, but then learn how to like follow through with it, you know? The angle after the backboard. That's why you gotta work on your air roll. So tap, and then you get, you know, more and more practice actually setting yourself. And that's something that like, yeah, you'll pick up with hours, but ultimately the thing you need to just focus on is just getting the first touch, learning how to air roll through it so you keep your momentum. Typically when you are flailing out and you're not recovering, it's because you're not air rolling through it. Sometimes your car can hit the ball, especially if you're coming in at an angle, and you'll hit it, and your car will like rebound, kind of like that, you know? But if you approach the ball correctly and you air roll through it, it can allow you to like power through and keep your momentum going. I'm gonna sleep. Good night, Pookies. Good night, Zedactor. Do we have a flip on that? Oh, looking at replays, and I keep seeing the setup looks nice, but the angle is always off. It's just about approaching. It's one of those things like the more you practice, I would recommend doing this pack as well. I'm gonna post it in the chat. This pack is incredibly good for anybody who's trying to work on double taps. If you haven't already used it, whey protein's the pack goat. But that's the best possible pack you can use to practice flip resets, in my opinion. If you use Bacchus, turn off randomization. A lot of those packs don't work super well with it, but that's a great way to like get more consistent in your setups. Because at first they're gonna feel like, some of them are gonna feel like, yeah, that's pretty easy to set up a double tap. The other one's gonna be like, wait, what? I can't set that up. Gotta go on the ceiling with that. All right, guys. I think we're gonna end stream because I don't genuinely think there's anyone else on threes right now in North America. So, at least in GC3. So, I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks for popping in. Thank you, Zumi, earlier for the $30 in donations or something. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip flop. Hopefully, catch you guys for the rest of the week. Gonna be trying to stay active and whatnot. Oh, all right, one final game. One final game. Yeah, we'll raid Pyro after this. Hey, we got court balls. Did not expect Els to be able to be there, sad. Whoa. That happens with a smaller hitbox sometimes, chat. Taylor with an incredible recovery right there, I'm not gonna lie. Nice. I was like, okay, that shot's probably in if I just put it on target. Just put it high. Where are you going? Actually try. I'm sorry. Stand tuned. Good night, game. Good night, fish. I like tuna and sushi, and then in no other contexts. Am I alone in that, chat? Do you guys like canned tuna? Canned tuna is deplorable. My girl for a while was on this bender because TikTok was like, oh my god, apparently canned sardines are great. And every time we walked by in the store, she's like, we should try it. We should try it. And I'm just like, no. Tuna steak only, no can, no sushi for me. And this is from someone who loves canned sardines. Oh, well, there you go. All right, clever little touch. Ah, I really thought I was a bite on that. Got the olive oil one, not the in water one. I'm learning. Oh, sorry. Did not realize we're that low on boost. Yeah, my mom used to make tuna sandwiches all the time, and I was like, what? Yeah, some spicy tuna. Delicious. That was just a blind read. It just turned off ball cam. Was like, I'm gonna hope for the best there. Thought I read that better. What the heck was that goal explosion? I've never seen it before. And he said it again. I love poke, but only tolerate sushi. Is poke basically just a rice bowl, but with like it's like a sushi deconstructed into a bowl? Isn't that what it is? I feel like in concept I should like poke, because I never really actually enjoyed sushi growing up, and then I realized it's just because I was eating really cheap sushi, and then as I grew up I started having some authentic sushi, and I'm like, oh, this shit's actually banger. Here's the cell. Not right now. We're playing, everyone we're playing in this lobby has been a cell at one time or the other though, so. Oh, that was gonna stay up. I kind of like how sushi comes in bites. I feel like poke would kind of ruin that whole aesthetic. OT in the night, scripted. Yep. Yeah, chat. We're going to Sleepy after this, and by Sleepy I mean going to edit, so I can get ahead of my schedule for shorts again. That's really well done. Yeah, chat, put your guesses in. How long is this over tea gonna last? Oh my god, well, you too late. Hold on, Chef. How was the classes? Go me. Very good job. All right, guys. GN. I need food, but I'm gonna peace out. On Twitch, we're gonna raid out to Pyro. On YouTube, I'm just gonna catch you guys later. So sub if you're new. Hopefully in the future we'll have not a massive losing streak in the beginning, and we'll be a little bit more prepped. So we'll see it, my boy. What's up is I'm getting off line right now. Phase Wasim. I'm not getting off. That's in the casual sense. I should probably choose my language better. Anyway, peace out, YouTube. Bro, I just came. Whoa, dude, calm down. But okay, I'll peace out. Okay, I'm gonna have to gift Pyro some subs then. He's doing a subathon. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and I'll refund Big Shaq song request. I apologize, did not see that. My bot for song requests has been effed, so unfortunately it's not going there. But anyway, peace out. Much love, YouTube.